Test, test.
This all the way up. Try again.
Testing.
Just
Testing. We are back at Woodside Sports Complex in Boston.
perfect. That sounds really good. Testing, testing, testing. Okay.
We are back in Boston, Wisconsin for today's second Columbus Dons baseball game. A 51-degree day, overcast skies. The Dons coming off a 12-2 win in Game 1, facing Boyceville here in Game 2, and leading off is Carson Eckes, the sophomore second baseman. He lifts the first pitch high into left field. Underneath it is Tucker Lindstrom, and we have one out after one pitch in the top of the first. Next, first pitch inside for a ball. On the mound for Boyceville is Landon Leslie, athletic right-hander. The 1-0 outside corner called strike one. The 1-1 from Leslie is hit hard to short. Fielded cleanly by Carson Romhald. And we have two away here in the Columbus first. The ball on this turf travels quickly. And Remheld made one nice play. In for Columbus, the three-hitter, Carter Summer. The first pitch is a called strike, 0-1 to Carter. The 0-1 swung on and missed. And Leslie goes ahead 0-2. I believe this is Boyceville's first game of the season. Columbus comes in at 1-1. The 2-0 outside for a ball. Carter, a sophomore, on a fairly young Columbus team. Coach Krassel told me before the game they have 22 boys out for baseball, but only 4 upperclassmen. 1-2 to Summer is fouled out of play. Count stays at 1-2. Summer stands about 6'5". A really nice high school athlete, plays 3 sports, coming off a very impressive basketball season. Here's the 1-2, and that's hit hard and line drive, but a diving catch from the shortstop, Carson Remheld. And the Dons are retired, 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the first inning, 0-0.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Mauston here on Zaleski Sports. We are starting the bottom of the first inning. Columbus went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first, and leading off for Boyceville is Carson Rumhald. On the mound for Columbus, the big sophomore Ryan Bernick. Ryan has had 2 appearances coming into this game. He has thrown 2 scoreless innings, but he's only thrown 11 pitches. The 1-0 is ripped down the left field line by Rumhald, fielded out there by Drew Lang, and Rumhald is into second with a stand-up double. So we have a runner on second, nobody out, and in steps the pitcher, Landon Leslie. Drew Lang did a nice job of getting that ball to the wall back into the infield before Rumhald could think about going to third. The first pitch to Leslie is hit in a high pop-up to the shortstop. Somewhere underneath it, he makes the catch, and we have 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Rumhald will stay at second, and for Boyceville, Zach Hellendrong, the first baseman, steps in. A chance to give Boyceville a lead here in the bottom of the first. First pitch is a high, ball 1. The 1-0 to Hellendrong, a called strike down the middle. Count even at 1. Bernick, an all-conference football player in the fall. The 1-1 is low, ball 2. Count is 2-1 on Zach Hellendrong, the Boyceville first baseman. Looks like a big, strong athlete. The 2-1 fouled back over home plate. Count even at 2. Bernick shakes off the sign. The 2-2, high, ball 3, count goes full. Bernick pitched the final inning in Columbus's loss to Edgar on Tuesday. Got 3 outs on 5 pitches. Here's the 2-2, a little bloop hit between third and short. Summer, ranging to his right, makes the play. And we have 2 down here in the bottom of the first. After a leadoff double by Carson Rumhald, Bernick retires the next 2, and in steps the cleanup hitter, third baseman Nate Jensen. Jensen, another big, strong kid here in this Boyceville lineup. He hits the first pitch, a line drive to the gap, left center. Lang tries to cut it off. It's fielded by Konechny. Konechny throws it into second, but not before Boyceville takes a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first on an RBI single by Nate Jensen. One nothing Boyceville. The first pitch to Lindstrom is hit hard to third. Fielded between third and short by Rocco Maher, and the throw draws first baseman Devlin Timler off the bag. That will be an error on the throw by Maher. Jensen advances to second, and Boyceville has first and second with 2 outs and a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Standing in for Boyceville, number 2, second baseman Isaac Williams. First pitch ball and a swinging strike. 1-1 to Williams. The 1-1 is outside, ball 2. Burnick trying to get out of this first inning, giving up only one. Maher shaking his head down at third, frustrated with that throw. The 2-1 swung on and missed. 2-2 to Williams. The 2-2 is fouled off. Williams staying alive. The 2-2 from Burnick. Swung on and missed, and the Dons get out of it, but not before Boyceville strikes first, taking a 1-0 lead. After one, Boyceville 1, Columbus 0.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Welcome back to Mauston for today's second Columbus Dons baseball game between Boyceville and Columbus Catholic. Our broadcast today is brought to you by Culligan Water. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Leading off the top of the second for Columbus will be the catcher, Ray Becker, another sophomore in this Columbus lineup. Landon Leslie on the mound, retired the Dons 1-2-3 in the first. Boyceville here in the top of the second inning. Becker steps in. Leslie delivers. Ball high and inside. Count goes 1-0. Best on Zaleski Sports. Kind enough to let me fill in today in Game 2. Welcome, Brendan.
Thanks for having me over here today. Joe, it's great to be a part of the broadcast as Becker lines one into right field for a single, and I got to do the previous game here of this doubleheader for Columbus, and they played outstandingly in Game 1 against Flambeau. With that 12-1 victory, they took advantage of a lot of missed pitches, and they also got a fair share of hits, including a 10-run inning in the third for them, so it was big time for them.
Small school, high school baseball, it's a part of the season where I think most coaches are trying to get the pitcher some early season work. Saw Coach Krasselt use 4 pitchers in his first game. Got through last game with 2. Standing in now for Columbus is third baseman Rocco Maher. The first pitch is the ball. The 1-0 fouled back. Count 1-1 on Rocco, just a freshman in this Columbus lineup.
And he's a pretty good freshman. In the last game that we just did, he went 1 for 2 in the ball game, had a walk, a strikeout, and a base hit RBI single. So he got one of his first RBIs of the season today, and taking advantage of the time that he has being young here for Columbus.
Had a pretty good soccer season for the Dons and is one of their better young basketball players as well. The 1-1 is high and gets past the catcher. Becker will take second on the pass ball. And the Dons threatening here with no outs, a runner in scoring position. And Rocco Maher ahead in the count 2-1.
And wild pitches were the really big thing for the bats for Columbus. They just let them go by and advance tons of base runners. And as I said in the last broadcast, they were playing the money ball strategy, just getting runners on base.
The 2-1 is high, 3-1 now on Maher. A swing and a miss, and the count is now full. After Rocco, we will see first baseman Devlin Timler and left fielder Drew Lang. All three should have a chance to tie this game with Becker out at second. The payoff is fly to right. Right fielder comes in. That is Bradley Mays, and he makes the catch for the first out here in the second inning. Becker will hold at second, not quite deep enough to tag. And in steps first baseman Devlin Timler. Devlin, a junior, one of the two juniors in this Columbus lineup with Konechny. One of the guys I think Coach Krasselt is relying on to have a big season for the Dons. The first pitch, a called strike, 0-1 to Timler. But it stays close enough to keep Becker at second, and the Dons have runners on first and second with one out.
And that was just an unfortunate instance there for Nate Jensen at third base. Kind of just had to watch it go by in hopes that it would go into foul territory, but went right off the bag. And
Perfectly placed ground ball for Timler, who gets an infield single.
And now Columbus is cooking here with only one out, with two runners on.
And in stepped left fielder Drew Lang, the first pitch outside. Drew, the only senior in this Columbus lineup. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Count is now 1-1 on Drew Lang.
And Leslie not throwing too hard, that being Landon Leslie, and he's just got to find his way to establish the strike zone just to be able to save these possible runs from scoring here.
1-1 fastball, called strike. The count is now 1-2 on Columbus left fielder Drew Lang. Timler at first, Ray Becker at second. The 1-2 swung on and missed, and Lang goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate for Columbus is the pitcher Ryan Burnick. Dons threatened early. Becker with a line drive single to right. Went to second on a passed ball. So the Dons had a runner in scoring position with nobody out, but now we have two outs, runners on first and second. Timler gets back. The first pitch to Burnick, high, 1-0. Leslie's been around the zone the entire game. 1-0 down the middle, called strike. Becker steals third on the play. Timler stays at first. Now the Dons have a first and third with two outs. Stolen base for Ray Becker. Ryan Burnick, the pitcher, with a chance to help himself here, as they say.
And now this could be a situation where if you're Becker, you could possibly try to drop down a bunt and make things tough for the infield. And now they're stealing second.
Trying to take second with the runner on third, probably hoping the catcher throws down and maybe you steal a run. Boyceville was ready for it, though. The throwback.
You were hoping that you could just advance that runner over to second and maybe have an error on the throw to first or anything like that, but now you just swing away.
Ball high to Burnick. It's 3-1. Count is 3-1. The scoreboard says 2-2. Now they're saying the count is full. The payoff to Burnick. Ball high, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And in steps freshman Brock Whelan. Brock got his first at-bat of his high school career last game and ripped a double to the wall. Coach Krasselt hoping that continues here as the freshman steps into a big spot with bases loaded, 2 outs, down 1-0.
Boy, would this be huge for Columbus here, especially with him being a freshman. It's almost one of those moments of you always dream about as a kid. Bases loaded, 2 outs, try to get the lead.
First pitch to Whelan is a called strike, a courtesy runner in for the pitcher at first. That is freshman Aiden Pieper. The 0-1 to Whelan is hit deep to left. The left fielder back towards the wall makes the catch. That was Tucker Lindstrom, who did a great job tracking that ball, but I tell you what, the freshman Whelan hit another ball really hard. After 2, we have Boyceville 1, Columbus 0, and we will be back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Welcome back to Mauston for Columbus Dons baseball, taking on Boyceville, down 1-0 here, heading to the 3rd inning. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Seamless Roofing. Does your roof need attention? Call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. Get a free estimate at Seamless Commercial Roofing today. Carson Retz leading off the top of the 3rd for Boyceville. The first pitch from Bernick is a ball high. The count now 1-0 on Retz. The 1-0, ground ball to 3rd, fielded by Rocco Maher. The throw to first in time, and Retz is retired to start the inning. The freshman, Rocco Maher, with a nice play, and the Dons have 1 away here in the 3rd. I tell you what, Ryan Bernick has really done a nice job these first 3 innings, the big sophomore. Gave up a leadoff double to start the game, which ended up leading to the only Boyceville run, but since that time, he has been pretty much lights out.
Yeah, he's really calmed down with his demeanor out there on the mound, and you can tell that him and his team, they just have the synergy of working together very well, and he's just really starting to gain more confidence as we go further into this game.
The count 1-1 now on Bradley Mays, the Boyceville right fielder.
And another big thing, too, was that Bernick, he ended the last inning with a strikeout. So that always gives you lots of confidence as a pitcher.
So much of this game is mental. The 1-1 is hit foul down the 3rd base line. 1-2 now on Bradley Mays. The pitch. Ball inside. Count goes even at 2. The DH, Lexton Bennett, stands on deck. Job. Holding on to it for the 2nd out here in the 3rd inning. DHing today. First pitch from Burke. A 1-0 right down.
Just gave there on Bennett. That's a tough pitch to hit. Oof.
Here in the top of the third. Bottom of the second,
He's
sorry.
finding that rhythm. Look out.
Columbus 0. We will be back on Zaleski Sports.
Except most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. Compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit shedsdelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's shedsdelivered.com. Go today.
Welcome back to Woodside Sports Complex in Mauston, where today's Columbus Dons baseball broadcast is brought to you by Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. Leading off the top of the third for the Columbus Dons is sophomore Carson Eckes. The leadoff hitter today, he flew out to left field to start the game. Dons trail 1-0 here, starting the third inning. Konechny on deck. Carter Summer will follow.
Eckes scored a couple of runs in the last game against Flambeau, and the lefty, as the season goes on, he's definitely going to be gaining a lot more control in that batter's box.
A called strike. The 0-1. Ball high. The count goes even at 1. Landon Leslie has looked really solid for Boyceville here through 2 innings. Here's the 1-1 low for ball 2. 2-1 to Carson Eckes.
And Leslie in his defense, I mean, he's got lots of help through what his infield's done, and even a couple of the plays that we've seen in the outfield. And that's what's really holding him together and strong here in this third inning.
3-1 to Eckes, trying to get on base to lead off the inning. Called strike.
And one thing I like about Landon's approach here is he doesn't throw the ball hard. He's playing catch with the catcher, and he's just finding the strike zone.
The 3-2 pitch hit deep down the right field line. That ball is going to be foul. A right fielder tracking. That is Bradley Mays, almost made an incredible play, reaching over the foul fence. But Eckes stays alive. Leslie has thrown 36 pitches to this point. And you wonder this early in the season how long each manager will allow a young man to be out there, trying to get pitch counts down early in the season. The 3-2 to Carson Eckes. A swing and a line drive to center field. That'll be a base hit for Carson. The ball squeaking through the gap between left and center. Eckes takes off for second. The ball gets to the wall. Eckes trying to leg out a triple. He's at third now. The ball into the infield, and Eckes is going to get an in-the-park home run on a ball that on the turf rolled between the left.
And that's just one great thing about the lefty. He's able to adjust on that higher fastball, and he was able to bring it opposite field, and that's where the lefty shows his power in the sophomore and drove it all the way to the wall. Impressive stuff. And the fact he made it all the way around the base pads, even more impressive.
And now Matt Konechny with a hard ground ball single to left. And the Dons have 1 on, nobody out in a tie game.
And this is the dangerous part of their lineup, Joe. Looking back at their last game, their first 4 or 5 batters got on practically every single at-bat, and we're starting to see that here in the second time around in the at-bats.
And I think those first 4 or 5 guys are the guys that got experience last season on a solid Columbus team that won their conference. Carter Summer stands in now. The first pitch is a called strike, 0-1 to Carter. Carson Eckes with an in-the-park home run.
Yeah, you're not going to see many of those here today. You also won't be seeing many go over the fence with how windy it is today, too.
With the ball on that turf, if you can hit it hard, you can be caught. Konechny retreating back to first base. The center fielder, Andrew Tan, didn't have to move much. Caught it routinely, and the Dons have one away with one on here in the top of the third. In steps catcher Ray Becker. First pitch low for ball one. Cole Retz catching today. Looks Konechny back. He'll stay at first. The 1-0, a called strike, 1-1 to Ray Becker.
And in that last game, Konechny, he was very jumpy on the base pad, so I won't be surprised if we possibly see him take off here pretty soon.
1-1.
It's just about finding the right pitch when to take off, and I think that's why Landon Leslie here, he's throwing the ball a little bit harder because he doesn't want to deal with the runner in scoring position.
Trying to get the ball to the plate more quickly. The 1-2 to Ray Becker. Ground ball to short. Konechny takes off for second. The throw gets wide of the second baseman. Konechny will head to third. Becker will stay at first. Ray Becker reaches on a fielder's choice to the shortstop. Looked like it might be a double play ball, but it turns into first and third for Columbus here with one out in the third.
Yeah, on that play there, unfortunately, Carson Romehill, he just didn't establish his footing once he was able to get the ball in the glove. And then he was caught guessing where to go with the baseball, and it really cost him dearly because if you take a little too long to think in this game, it's going to be tough making an out happen. And now Columbus is knocking on the doorstep of the lead here in the third.
One down, first and third. Third baseman Rocco Maher stands in. Rocco lifts the 1-0, high pop fly, first base. Caught routinely there by Zach Hellendrung. Runners will stay at first and third. Two out here in the top of the third. And in steps first baseman Devlin Timler with a chance to give the Dons the lead. Konechny stands at third. Becker at first. The pitch. Ball outside. 1-0 to Devlin Timler.
And I like that location of that first pitch. See if he might chase after something down and away, but smartly played by Timler.
The 1-0. Becker takes off. The catcher, Retz, throws it back to the pitcher, not allowing Konechny to leave third. But it'll be a stolen base for Ray Becker, and Timler has a chance to drive in two here with two outs here in the top of the third.
And Timler, he's already got a base hit in this game, so he's looking to add on some more here.
2-0 is a called strike, 2-1 on Timler. Ball outside, and Timler with a 3-1 count. You would expect him to get something to hit here.
This is a big pitch coming up.
Ball inside, and Timler walks to load the bases for left fielder senior Drew Lang.
This would be a big redemption spot for Lang here, Joe.
Lang struck out his first time up. One of the guys Coach Krasselt is relying on to play a big part in this Columbus season. First pitch is high and outside, ball one. Boyceville with a leadoff double and a run in the first inning took a 1-0 lead. Columbus has tied it here in the third on an inside the park home run by Carson Eckes. The 1-1 swung on and missed. 1-2 now to Drew. I'm sorry, the 1-0 swung on and missed. A 1-1 to left fielder Drew Lang.
And this is back-to-back innings now for the Dons where they've had the bases loaded. They got to cash in here.
Another swing and a miss, and Lang gets down 1-2. Konechny at third, Becker at second, Timler at first. The 1-2 to Drew Lang. Ball high. Leslie seems to have great location. The 1-2 there, he doesn't want to throw a strike, but he threw it just outside the zone. Lang with discipline to lay off, but doesn't lay off that one. A swing and a miss to end the inning. The Dons leave 3, but they get 1 to tie it. We will go to the bottom of the third with a score of Boyceville 1, Columbus 1. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back to Woodside Sports Complex in Mauston, Wisconsin. For Columbus Dons baseball, brought to you today by Stratford Plumbing and Heating. Your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation. Providing professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas, call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort experts. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Boyceville 1, Columbus 1, and leading off for Boyceville will be shortstop Carson Remheld. Carson led off the game with a double and scored the only Boyceville run. Ryan Bernick on the mound for Columbus. The first pitch grounded hard down the third base line, but foul. Bernick, a sophomore, making his third appearance this season for the Dons. First two in relief, quick innings, a 5-pitch inning again. Good. The 0-1 line to center by Remheld for a base hit, and Boyceville has the leadoff runner on with nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
And Remheld there, he did a good job of just laying back on the pitch and just a soft swing on the ball, and he was able to bloop it right there in his center field. And he's looking like maybe one of the best hitters today for this team. He got a big jump too.
The pitcher, Landon Leslie, steps in. He shows bunt on the first pitch. A strike, but on the pitch, Remheld takes second with a stolen base. Got a great jump. The 0-1 to Leslie, a called strike. 0-2 now.
Really solid pitch, just finding the inside corner. Not really anything you can do as the batter to get a swing.
The stolen base takes the bunt out of play. The 0-2 high for ball one. Bernick trying to get him to chase.
And he's still got a couple of pitches to play with here if he wants to try another pitch, high or low.
The 1-2, chopped down to third, fielded by Maher. Nice play, charging, and it is in time for the first out of the inning. Very nice play by freshman Rocco Maher to get the out to avoid a first and third situation with nobody out.
He's a freshman? That looked like a veteran type of play there from Rocco. I mean, those plays are really tough to judge. Charging up on the ball and establishing your footing and get a nice solid throw into first base. That was beautiful.
Rumheld advanced to third on the play. And in steps first baseman Zach Hellendrung. First pitch fouled back, 0-1. Boyceville trying to take the lead here. Runner at third, 1 out. A ball in play should score a run. Hellendrung calling time just before Bernick delivered. A 0-1 from Bernick, fouled back. 0-2 to Hellendrung. Nothing you'd like more now if you're a Columbus Dons fan than a strikeout for the second out of the inning. Off speed. Popped high down the third base line, and that gets out of play. Count stays 0-2.
I'm going to say Bernick might have got away with one there. He left that pitch hanging up there, and that could have been big-time trouble as Hellendrung, he's got a big swing.
Yes, you do not want to throw the ball down the middle 0-2. That pitch is high. Count goes 1-2. Rumheld at third. 1 down. The 1-2 from Bernick is hit hard, and that'll be a base hit to left field. Rumheld scores. The ball is misplayed in left by left fielder Drew Lang. And on the air, Hellendrung advances to second. Boyceville with a 2-1 lead, and a runner on second with 1 out.
That's when those hanging pitches come to bite you. It's just Hellendrung being able to put a good swing on it, and Bernick, he just let that pitch stay there in the zone too long.
An RBI single for Hellendrung, who advances to second on the air. And in steps third baseman Nate Jensen. First pitch high, the 1-0 fouled back. The count now 1-1 on Nate Jensen.
Look out there on the field to our right. Ooh.
Nothing worse than when your back is turned and the crowd around you is yelling heads up.
It's when it turns into full mayhem and you duck for cover.
With a 1-1 inside, the Dons fortunate. Jensen trying to get out of the way, fouled it off. 1-2 now to Nate Jensen. 1-2, swung on and missed, and Bernick strikes out Jensen for the second out here in the bottom of the third. Tucker Lindstrom standing in now, the left fielder. Hellendrung at second. Bernick on the mound. First pitch, a ball inside, 1-0.
And the key difference so far we've seen in this game is that right now Boyceville is taking advantage with runners in scoring position while Columbus Catholic has not had the chance. I mean, they've had the chances, they just haven't taken advantage of it.
The Dons left the bases loaded in the second inning. The 1-0 fouled back. The 1-1 to Lindstrom is high. Ray Becker throws down to second. Hellendrung back in time.
I don't know. That looked like a pretty decent pitch. I think Lindstrom was kind of caught off guard, and he decided to duck, and it made it look like it was a pretty high pitch, but
2-1 now to Lindstrom. The 2-1 hit hard to center field. Konechny, the center fielder, tracking it and makes the catch in the gap to end the inning. Boyceville gets a run, though, and takes a 2-1 lead after 3. We will be back to Mauston, Woodside Sports Complex, after this on Zaleski Sports.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
Welcome back to Woodside Sports Complex in Mauston, Wisconsin for Columbus Dons baseball. The second of 2 today as the Dons take on Boyceville. Today's broadcast brought to you by Arts Body Shop. Quality auto body and framework since 1952. If you have an accident, let Mackey's 2024 Small Business of the Year give you a free estimate. Call Arts Body Shop on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Dons trailing 2-1. And leading off the top of the 4th will be the pitcher, Ryan Bernick.
got the gloveless look, the lumberjack look. I like it.
Eddie Murray, the Baltimore Orioles, is who I think of. Young people listening have no idea who that is. The 1-0 to Bernick, a swing and a miss, 1-1.
I'll tell you, I've heard the name before, with me being 23 years old, but not too familiar.
The 1-1 to Bernick, a called strike. Count goes to 1-2. Landon Leslie has now thrown 59 pitches. He's looked solid for Boyceville. The 1-2 off speed. Bernick fights it off. Count stays 1-2.
Just reach the bat out there and hope and pray you make contact, and the prayer was answered on that one for him.
The 1-2 to Bernick is punched just over the shortstop for a base hit into left field. And Bernick reaches first to lead off the 4th for Columbus.
Easy does it, easy money, and the pitcher is now on first. We'll see if they make a running change here. Now they're going to leave Bernick out there running.
Freshman Brock Whelan stands in, fouls off the first pitch. The 3rd at bat of Brock's career. An RBI double in game 1 today. And he hit a ball really hard his first time up this game, flying out to left. The 0-1 swung on and missed. 0-2 to Whelan.
Yeah, he's a terrific hitter. I see a very bright future here in this kid, and I think the Dons have got to be excited, especially Coach Krassel. He'll be happy about him.
Some young talent in this Columbus program, for sure. Ball high. Retz throws down to first. Bernick back in time.
Oh, now the ball got away. And I don't think Bernick saw the ball go past Landon Leslie there, but I think it's wise that he held back at first.
I agree. You do not want to give away an out, a leadoff base runner, and a one-run game. The throw to first, Bernick back in time.
And that's why it's important as these base runners, pay attention to what your coaches are telling you, because the coaches are going to be watching what the ball does, and they'll tell you the exact actions that you'll have to do. You see it a lot in the majors. A lot of the players just tend to ignore them.
Wheeland, line drive to left center. Bernick gets to third. Wheeland is into second with his second double of the day.
How about this kid?
This kid is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles to start his Columbus career. Brock Wheeland helps Columbus start the inning with runners at second and third, nobody out, and the top of the order, Carson Eckes, coming to the plate.
Last time up, he did damage, Joe.
Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Eckes. So the 8-9 hitters for the Dons, Bernick and Wheeland, coming through big. And the 0-1 hits Eckes to load the bases.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody get so excited about getting hit by a pitch there. He was fired up about
Yes,
that
he was. Little adrenaline, perhaps, as that baseball is coming at you and you realize it's going to hit you. But nonetheless, that loads the bases for center fielder Mac Konechny.
See if they make a pitching change here with Coach Romhild up there. Or if he's just discussing the strategy of his team here.
A good test for the Dons here early in the season. Boyceville from the Dunn St. Croix Conference. 14-6 a year ago, I believe. Finished third in the Dunn St. Croix.
Yeah, they had a solid year last year, and I believe they lost in their regional final game. Let me check that.
The Dons' season ended also at regionals in a 2-1 loss to eventual state champion Oliva Strom. Columbus graduating 4 or 5 really solid seniors off that team. A young lineup trying to fill those holes here early in the season. Konechny stands in. First pitch, swing and a miss. That ball might have been high. 1-0 to Matt Konechny.
Just a little tardy on the fastball, and this is Columbus's 3rd straight inning of having the bases loaded. So, can they cash it in?
The 0-1 low and outside. Count even at 1 now to Mac Konechny. Konechny rips a base hit to left field through the hole. Bernick score. But not before Columbus has tied the game 2-2 on an RBI single by Mac Konechny. Heads up base running from Carson Eckes. Once he realized Wheeland was going home, he takes third to give Columbus runners at first and third with 1 out.
If you're Brock Wheeland on that one, you got to be biting your chops a little bit because he kind of stumbled his way around third base as he was running home. And he had an easy way to get there, but as he stumbled, he just slowed down a ton, and they cooked him at home plate.
In steps Carter Summer for the Dons. Summer lifts the 1-0 to center, where it is caught by center fielder Andrew Ton. But the sac fly from Summer scores Eckes, and the Dons have a 3-2 lead.
And that's the right mentality right there from Summer. Just put the ball in play, get it far out enough to advance the base runner and score that other run, and now they got that lead. It looks like they're making a pitching change, Joe?
It looks like Leslie will be done for the day after 72 pitches. Looked very solid. Got through 3, but to start the 4th inning, Bernick singled. Brock Wieland doubled. Carson Eckes was hit by a pitch. Matt Konechny had an RBI single, scoring a run. But on the play, Wieland was thrown out at home for the first out of the inning. Eckes advanced to 3rd, and then Carter Summer with a very big sac fly to give the Dons a 3-2 lead.
And one thing I'm liking about how this team is playing right now, it's their whole lineup is contributing. It's not just a few guys who are out there. I mean, to lead off this inning, it started with the 8-hitter. So to have the end of your lineup produce for you, like that does a ton of dividends for your team.
And like we talked about, the bottom 3 or 4 hitters for Columbus are young and inexperienced. So for those guys to do what they've done this inning, obviously a very positive sign for Coach Krasselt and the Columbus staff. The new pitcher for Boyceville is Zach Hellendrung, who moves from first to the mound. Landon Leslie will go to first base. 2 outs, top of the 4th, Konechny on first, and the Dons with a 3-2 lead.
And just to fact check the folks here, or myself, about the regional final exit for Boyceville, which is true, they lost to McDonald Central 12-8 in the regional final.
McDonald with a very solid team last year. We saw them non-conference when they played Columbus. And a lot of those McDonald boys play for the Chippewa Falls Legion team. We also saw them when Post 54 of Marshfield played that squad. A real solid group of kids over at McDonald. Up now for the Dons, Ray Becker, 1 for 2 today, with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Konechny at first, Hellendrung, first pitch, low for a ball, 1-0 to Ray Becker.
And Becker has reached base in both of his plate appearances. So he had the base hit in the 2nd, and in the 3rd reached on a error.
Konechny takes off from first. The 1-0 gets away from the catcher, and Matt Konechny steals second to get a runner in scoring position for Ray Becker with 2 outs. Becker with a chance to give the Dons another run here in the top of the 4th. The 2-0, a low, ball 3 to Ray Becker.
And if you think about it, if you're Boyceville, you got to feel fortunate with the score of this game because Columbus could be up big time right now.
Konechny takes off for 3rd. The throw not in time, and Matt Konechny with another stolen base stands at 3rd now. The pitch was ball 4. Becker takes first. And the Dons have runners at 1st and 3rd with 2 outs for freshman Rocco Maher. A courtesy runner enters the game. For the catcher Becker, that is freshman Nolan Frayne, another freshman here in the game for the Dons. Hellendrung trying to work out of this with Boyceville down 1. Maher hits one hard, right back at Hellendrung. A nice play from the pitcher over to first to retire Maher to end the top of the 4th inning for the Columbus Dons. But the Dons do some damage, scoring 2 here in the 4th, and they head to the bottom of the 4th inning with a 3-2 lead. We will be back on Zaleski Sports right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
We are back at Woodside Sports Complex in Mauston, Wisconsin for Columbus Dons baseball. Today's broadcast brought to you by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau, insurance protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Mutual of Wausau. On the mound now for Columbus is sophomore Carter Summer. Eckes goes to short, Maher goes to second, and Ryan Bernick is now at third base. Leading off for Boyceville, number 2, second baseman Isaac Williams. First pitch a called strike, 0-1 the count. The 0-1 chopped to short, fielded by Eckes over to first to Timler, and the Dons retire the first batter of the inning. I think I've seen Carson Eckes play 2 or 3 positions today. Very solid on the infield for Columbus. Cole Retz, the catcher, now standing in. 0 for 1 today. The first pitch from Summer is high, 1-0 to Cole Retz. The 1-0, a called strike outside corner, and Summer gets even at 1-1.
The pitch was so good it went out of Becker's glove.
The line for Ryan Bernick today, 3 innings pitched. He threw 47 pitches, 32 for strikes, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits, and leaves with a chance to get the win for Columbus. 2-1 now to catcher Cole Retz. Ball outside, count goes to 3-1 on Cole Retz.
Sommer, he's really sticking with the outside corner. I feel like he should try to bring it in here.
Called strike, count goes full to Retz. Summer with a 6'4", long, lanky frame. The payoff is high, and Retz is walked to start the inning. Boyceville with the tying run on first, nobody out. And in steps right fielder Bradley Mays. This sophomore class for Columbus with Carter Summer, Carson Eckes, Ray Becker at catcher, and Ryan Bernick playing third now. Looking pretty solid for the Dons. The first pitch to Mays is low, ball 1. The 1-0 outside, ball 2. A ground out and a walk to start the inning. 1 down. A tying run at first for Bradley Mays. Called strike, 2-1 now to Mays.
They gave him the high fastball on that one, and now if you're Summer, stick with that pitch because the umpire just called one that might have not been there, but
the 2-1 outside gets past the catcher. A wild pitch will advance the runner to second. Rhett's at second now. Mays ahead 3-1. Ball 4 high, and runners at first and second now for Boyceville. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
And issuing back-to-back walks, it makes you question now if you're Coach Kressel to maybe think about getting some action going in the pen or some kind of change, but he's sticking with them.
And the first pitch to Bennett gets past the catcher. Another wild pitch. Runners advance to second and third. Summer in some trouble here. Second and third, 1 out. The DH, Lexton Bennett, with a chance to give Boyceville the lead. The 1-0 fouled towards the first base dugout. Count even at 1. Rhett's at third, Mays at second, 1 down. The 1-1 to Bennett's, a swing and a miss. Count 1-2 now.
Got him guessing. He was hoping for off speed, went with the fastball, and he still went after it. Now he's got a pitcher's count for him.
And the 1-2 grounded back to Summer, who runs at the third. The runner at third. We have a pickle now. Bernick to catcher Becker. Tags the runner for 1 out. The throw on to second, and the Dons with a double play you rarely see. Bennett grounded to Summer. The runner at third, Rats, got caught in no man's land. Summer did a great job running at him. Threw to Bernick, to Becker for 1, who then fired down to second for the second out of the inning. I believe that is a 1-5-2-4 double play to end the inning. And after 4, Columbus with a 3-2 lead. We will be back on Zaleski Sports right after this.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back to Woodside Sports Complex in Mauston, Wisconsin. The Columbus Dons with a 3-2 lead heading to the 5th inning. We want to make sure we thank our game day sponsor, Woodfield Inn & Suites, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. Also, young men out there, please know she'll remember prom for the rest of her life. Make sure her prom flowers are the best of the best and get them from Hefco Floral Company in Patriots Tower, downtown Marshfield. Carter Summer just pulled off some real magic to get out of a real jam. With 1 out, runners on first and third, he fielded a ground ball, ran at the runner at third, threw the ball to Ryan Bernick, who then went to Ray Becker, who tagged out Retz coming home. Becker then fired to second baseman Rocco Maher to end the unconventional 1-5-2-4 double play, and the Dons got out of it. Leading off for Columbus here in the 5th inning will be first baseman Devlin Timler, who is 1 for 1 today.
Yeah, going back to that double play, that was a really beautiful and outstanding play. I mean, you referred to it as magic, and I'll say for summer, the magic happened in the springtime. Starting to show some flashes of some summertime, hopefully. Snow can go away.
Yes, I agree. Tuesday in Edgar, it was 39 degrees. Not fun, especially for those of us not playing. Today it's about 51, 52, a little bit overcast, but all in all, a great day for baseball. And I think it's so important for these teams here today and tomorrow to be able to get some early season games in when maybe the weather would not allow you to play on grass. The pitcher for Boyceville now is number 2. The first pitch fouled off by Timler.
It's looking like Isaac Williams out there on the mound. Nice pitch.
And Isaac Williams throws it across for strike 2. A called strike, 0-2 to Devlin Timler. Williams started the game at second base and comes in on relief here in the 5th inning. A 0-2 low.
It's a good eye by Timler there. He's just got to guard the plate really well with him. He started down 0-2, and now he's working his way to even up the count.
2-2 called, third strike on the outside corner, and Williams retires the first batter on strikes. Left fielder Drew Lang comes to the plate for Columbus. Drew 0 for 2 today. Ball outside. 1-0 to Drew Lang.
Yeah, Drew's really hoping to turn things around here today. He's still without a hit. Maybe he can get one here in this at-bat.
The 1-0 hit hard right at the third base dugout for strike 1. Williams, the third pitcher for Boyceville today. Landon Leslie went 3 2/3, did one heck of a job. Helen Drunk came in to end the 4th inning. Gave up 2, and now Williams. The 1-1 is a ball outside, 2-1 to Drew Lang. A swing and a miss. The count is now 2-2. 1 out, nobody on for Columbus here in the 5th.
Good pitch.
Holy
wow.
cow, that was a great curveball from Williams. And Lang is retired on strikes with a swing and a miss.
Showing some reminiscence of the former Brewer who had the last name Williams, Devin Williams, with the airbender pitch. Oof.
Bernick now stands in. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Bernick started the rally in the Columbus 4th with a base hit to left, scoring the Dons' 2nd run of the day. Ball outside, count now 1-1. Called strike outside corner. Count goes 1-2 to Ryan Bernick.
Williams here, I would say he's looking sharp here in this 5th.
Tried to get Bernick to chase the curveball. That's a great 1-2 pitch from Williams. 2-2 now to Bernick. Ball outside, full count now to Ryan Bernick. trying to reach base with 2 outs to give the freshman Brock Wieland a chance. Ball outside, and Ryan Bernick draws a walk.
We might have jinxed him, Joe.
We might have. He looks like a really solid pitcher, though, here early in the season for Boyceville.
I think in that at-bat, he realized he was ahead in the count, and then he just started throwing a little too hard. I don't think he needs to throw so hard.
The first pitch to Whelan is outside, but on the play, Bernick, with a great jump, steals second base. The story of the day for the Dons might be Brock Wieland. A double in his only at-bat in Game 1. Hit a hard fly ball to left. A double, and now a line drive single for Brock Wieland. This kid is having a day. Bernick around third scores, and Brock Wieland with his third hit and 4 career at-bats to give Columbus a 4-2 lead.
Let me tell you, the pinstripes are working on the freshman. I mean, he's just been able to lay back on these pitches, and he is seeing that baseball like it's a basketball out there, and he is just crushing it.
In steps Carson Eckes. Called strike, 0-1 to Eckes, with Wieland at first. Curveball, called strike 2. 0-2 now to the Dons' leadoff man, Carson Eckes, who is 1 for 2 today.
Williams was dealing. He got the first 2 batters out on strikes, and it looked like he was going to go 1-2-3, and all of a sudden, Columbus, they already got a run on the board.
The 0-2 fouled off by Eckes, who stays alive. Konechny on deck for Columbus.
I have a feeling that Coach Krassel, he's not going to have Whelan in the 9 spot much longer in that lineup.
I think Coach Krassel may have found himself something in Brock Wieland. He has hit 4 balls today, has 3 base hits. And Eckes lifts a bloop over the first baseman's head. Our second baseman, ranging, fields it. The throw not in time. Eckes safe at first with a bloop hit to give the Dons runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Eckes, he's just the hype man of the group, it seems like. I mean, he got hit by a pitch earlier and got fired up about it, and he beat out that ball being thrown in. It looked like he got hit by it, but he's still holding strong.
In steps Mac Konechny, 2 for 3 today. Had an RBI single to left his last time up to give Columbus a 3-2 lead. Steps in now with 2 on, 2 outs here in the 5th. 1-0 low for ball 2. 2-0 now to Mac Konechny. Called strike outside corner. A really great location that time from Williams to get back to 2-1. Called strike 2. Looked like the same pitch there, out the outside corner.
Solid.
Konechny didn't like it.
Solid fastball outside corner. That's the way to go.
Konechny punches one to second. Fielded there by Helendrung and throws to first to retire the side. The Dons get 1 run on a line drive single from Brock Wieland, and we go to the bottom of 5. Columbus 4, Boyceville 2. We will be back on Zaleski Sports right after this.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Hey, need a lift? No, I can't give you a ride. because I can't drive yet. But I can tell you all about the new awesome lift chairs at Mall Furniture. These things are so cool.
Mall Furniture has over 40 lift chairs in stock and ready for delivery anywhere in central Wisconsin.
Let's be real. We all need a lift once in a while. So when it's your turn for a new lift chair, head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Welcome back to Woodside Sports Complex in Mauston, Wisconsin, for high school baseball between the Columbus Dons and Boyceville. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sternweiss & Sons, Sternweiss & Sons Ready Mix and Block Plant of Marshfield, now hiring boom truck and concrete truck drivers. Be home every night and work for the hometown team at Sternweiss & Sons. If it's time for you to make a change, apply today at the Wren Road Ready Mix location. Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield. Leading off the bottom of the fifth for Boyceville, the leadoff man, Carson Remheld. 2 for 2 today. Summer still on the mound for Columbus. Off speed, called strike one.
And you'd have to think the confidence right now in Summer is high.
The 0-1 hit hard to left center. Konechny tracks it down. And the Dons retire the leadoff man here in the fifth.
But after getting that crucial double play in that last inning, like I said, the confidence has to be really high in your pitcher right now.
And if you had to pick one play in today's game, it's probably that one. Columbus, in a jam, gets a double play in a very unconventional way.
Absolutely. I think if that double play doesn't happen and the ball gets by Summer into the outfield, I think that changes the whole complexion of this game, because possibly the inning could have continued, and for sure Boyceville would have added another run on the board, and it didn't happen. So it was a big cancellation, and Columbus has had 3 straight innings of putting runs on the board, which has been huge.
Landon Leslie in now, 1-1, facing Carter Summer. The 1-1 is hit high and foul. Becker tracking over near the first base dugout. Couldn't quite make the play. Nice hustle there from Ray Becker. First baseman Timler also over. Count now 1-2 on Landon Leslie.
And it's only a 2-run ball game, so Leslie doesn't have to try too hard to put the ball in play. Just put a good swing on the ball.
The 1-2 from Summer catches the outside corner, and Leslie is retired on strikes. 2 outs now. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and in steps the 3-hitter, Zach Hellendrung. Hellendrung 1 for 2 today. First pitch, called strike from Summer. Hellendrung popped out to shortstop his first time up and singled to left his second time up. Summer steps off. The 0-1 outside. The count now 1-1 to Hellendrung.
And this is the guy you don't want to toss a cookie to. He can take advantage of it and pull it in a big way.
The 1-1 hit hard to left, right on cue. Left fielder Lang back to the wall. Gets it into Eckes at short, but Zach Hellendrung, just as our colorman Brandon was saying how he could hit a ball that far, does it. And Boyceville has a runner now in scoring position with 2 outs. What do you call that one, Coach?
Call me a sidekick, I guess. But just going back to Summer's pitch, you just can't leave something that's just right there for a guy like that to hit, because he can really turn on it. And Summer's very lucky that it's only a 45-degree day because that ball would have been crushed.
Nate Jensen now with a chance to make this a one-run game. The 0-1 fouled back, 0-2 to Jensen. That ball was hit hard.
I was going right at my car, so I'm kind of glad it didn't get there.
0-2 to Nate Jensen. The pitch, a swing and a miss, and Carter Summer retires the side. Boyceville with no runs on one hit, one left. We go to the 6th inning. Dons 4, Boyceville 2. We'll be back on Zaleski Sports right after these messages.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
Welcome back to Woodside Sports Complex in Mauston, where Columbus leads Boyceville 4-2, heading to the 6th inning. Our broadcast today is brought to you by First Choice Credit Union. In Marshfield, they serve anyone who lives or works in Wood, Marathon, Clark, or Portage counties. Make First Choice Credit Union your first choice for loans. For expertise, honesty, and stellar service, look no further than Heritage Auto Body. Their team of professionals uses the latest technology to ensure that your vehicle comes back to you looking like new. They provide free estimates and work with your insurance company to make it easy for you. Heritage Auto Body on Heritage Drive on Marshfield's south side. Visit them today. Leading off the 6th for Columbus is pitcher Carter Summer. Williams still on the mound for Boyceville. Isaac has looked very strong. Came into a tough situation and is handling it well. Ball high to Carter. The count now 1-0.
Yeah, Isaac's only really had the last inning where he had trouble with Brock Weiland on the big-time hit for the RBI, but he's pitching well.
Swing and a miss. Count now 1-1 to Carter Summer. This Boyceville team looks solid to me.
Both of these teams, I say, they're looking really good and almost in mid-season form here at the very beginning of the year.
This has been a very entertaining high school baseball game. The 2-1 to Summer low. Count now 3-1 from Isaac Williams.
And the wind has really died down here as well. So the
3-1 is low, and Carter Summer draws a walk to lead off the 6th inning for the Dons.
I was going to say, with the wind being lessened right now, it makes the experience a lot greater for the fans watching out here, which we have a pretty solid turnout here today.
It does. This event, I think it's so important for these teams to get some early games on the turf. Grass not ready yet, living in Wisconsin. We just had snow a few days ago. And the Dons playing their 3rd game of the season already today. 3rd game of the week.
And then they got a couple more coming up here tomorrow as well. I believe our friend Ryan Rasmussen, he'll be there covering, or he'll be here covering for that one tomorrow.
Courtesy runner for Columbus at first is Roe Wheeler. Ray Becker stands in, swings and misses at the first pitch. Count 0-1 on the catcher, Ray Becker. Ball outside, throw down to first. Wheeler makes it back in time. Becker has done a really solid job today behind the plate for Columbus. Sophomore.
Yeah, he's really covering the plate really well, disciplined as well. He's got a couple of walks here today, and he's reached base in every single at-bat that he has taken thus far today. He had 2 walks in the first game. He's got 1 walk today, and he's got a couple of base hits and a run batted in.
Ball outside, gets away from the catcher. Roll Wheeler will take second base on the pass ball. And the Dons have the leadoff runner in scoring position here in the 6th inning.
And the Dons love taking advantage of those wild pitches and pass balls, as we saw in the last game.
Ball 4, and Becker heads down to first to give the Dons runners at first and second with nobody out. Freshman Rocco Maher coming to the plate. Rocco 0 for 3 in this game. Has made 2 or 3 really solid players in the infield. A good-looking freshman here for the Dons. Mayer showing bunt, pulls back, ball. Wheeler headed to third. And now the ball gets away from the pitcher. I don't think Wheeler saw it. Becker takes second on the play.
That's just not the baseball.
And the Dons now have
see.
second and third with nobody out. Very fortunate there.
That is just not the type of play you want to see from Boyceville there. I mean, both of the Columbus runners, they were hesitant about stealing the base pads, which could have made it a very easy throw from the catcher position over to second or third, wherever you want to go. And just a lazy throw to the pitcher, and it was too lazy. And they really got to check up on those mistakes. Can't be doing that.
I think both runners anticipated a bunt being laid down. And then when Maher pulled back, both were kind of stuck. Fortunate to advance. The 0-1 to Maher, a swing and a miss.
And now it's up to Isaac Williams to really perform a Houdini act with 2 runners in scoring position in hopes of trying to keep this game close.
Maher chops one to third, fielded there. The throw to first will retire Rocco, and the Columbus runners will stay at second and third.
That's a way to start.
I believe that's Jensen down at third base, number 25 if I'm correct. Really nice play to field that, get the out without allowing the runners to advance. 1 down now for first baseman Devlin Timler. Ball inside, 1-0. A courtesy runner for Becker at second, the catcher. That's freshman Nolan Frayne. Timler, a big swing and a miss. 1-1 now to Devlin. Wheeler at third. Frayne at second, both freshmen. Courtesy running here in a big spot for the Dons. The 1-1, a curveball, caught the outside corner.
I like the idea of going off speed there in a 1-1 count, and I would flip it right back to the fastball down low and get him to chase.
The 1-2. Timler rips one to center field where it'll be caught. Wheeler did not tag, nor did Frayne.
I can't believe Columbus didn't try to tag. I thought that ball was deep enough to advance at least from third to home, but it looked like Wheeland, he was already off the base pad as the ball was in the air.
Wheeler and Frayne, I think, both anticipated that ball landing, and neither tagged up.
Yeah, that's a tough instance for that to happen.
Drew Lang, the batter now, fouls off the first pitch. Count is 0-1. Williams trying to work his way out of a jam here in the 6th. The 0-1 fouled down the third baseline. 0-2 now to Lang.
And Williams has the guy he wants at the plate right now. Lang has 3 strikeouts here in this game. He's trying to avoid that sombrero.
The 0-2, a called strike three curveball from Isaac Williams, and Williams with an outstanding job to get out of the jam in the 6th inning. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. Columbus 4, Boyceville 2. We will be back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Welcome back to Woodside Sports Complex in Boston, where the Columbus Dons lead Boyceville 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for Boyceville, left fielder Tucker Lindstrom. Lindstrom 0 for 2 today, facing Carter Summer. Called strike for strike one, 0-1 to Lindstrom. Summer came in to start the 4th inning after fellow sophomore Ryan Bernick pitched the first 3. The 0-1 low and away, 1-1 now to Lindstrom. Summer threw 29 pitches through 2. The 1-1 swung on and fouled back over the first base line. The count now 1-2 on Lindstrom. Columbus leads 4-2 in what has been an entertaining early season high school baseball game. The 1-2, a ball outside. Count goes even at 2. The Dons threatened in the top of the 6th. A 2-2 outside, full count now.
And you could argue in the last 4 or 5 innings of this game, the Dons could have at least put up 7 or 8 runs. And fortunately for Boyceville, they've only given up 4 in this game, and we're close.
Columbus left the bases loaded in the 2nd inning, and then in the 6th, had 1st and 2nd with nobody out, and stranded both. Lindstrom with a leadoff walk. Isaac Williams, who's now pitching for Boyceville, steps in with 1 on and nobody out.
Leadoff base runner is huge here in this situation.
Ball from Summer, 1-0 to Williams.
Especially in high school baseball where lots of teams are prone to wild pitches.
Swing and a miss on the off speed from Summer. The count now 1-1 to Isaac Williams.
That was some filthiness there from Summer. Oof.
Ball low, 2-1. Becker looks back Lindstrom at first.
I go back to that filthy pitch if I'm Carter.
He did. A curveball called strike 2. 2-2 now to Williams.
He's just painting them corners with that curveball, and the confidence just keeps growing with it.
Ball high, full count. Timler holding on Lindstrom at first. The throw over from Summer. Lindstrom back in time. The payoff fouled back. Count stays full. The catcher, Cole Retz, stands on deck. Curveball again, swing and a miss. Becker throws down. Lindstrom is back. Williams is retired on strikes. And with 1 out and 1 on, Cole Retz steps in.
That was some very solid pitching from Carter Summer there. Those curveballs are things you just can't reckon with. Whew.
Called strike to Retz. 0 for 1 today with a walk and a ground out to third. The 0-1 from Summer.
Double play
Bounce
chance.
back to Summer, who throws to second. Eckes trying to turn it to Timler, and the Dons get out of it with a double play. Carter Summer to Carson Eckes over to Devlin Timler. The second inning-ending double play this game for the Dons. And we go to the 7th. Columbus 4, Boyceville 2. We'll be back on Zaleski Sports right after this.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and scottyspizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
We're back at Woodside Sports Complex in Mauston, Wisconsin. Going to the 7th inning. Columbus 4, Boyceville 2. In a very entertaining game. Leading off for Columbus will be third baseman Ryan Bernick, who started the game on the mound. Went 3 innings. Gave up 2. But did enough to give the Dons a chance to win. Isaac Williams still on the mound for Boyceville. He's been solid as well. Ball outside, 1-0 to Ryan Bernick. Ball low, 2-0. Williams at 49 pitches now. The third pitcher today for Boyceville. Ball 3 to Bernick. Early season, you can see both coaches not wanting to get too deep into pitch counts with any one individual. Coach Rumheld at Boyceville with a strong program, having a long-term approach for sure. Bernick walks to lead off the inning, and in steps perhaps the story of the day, freshman Brock Wheeland. 2 for 3 in this game, 3 for 4 on the day with 2 doubles and a single. First pitch, a called strike to Brock.
You got to be careful with the pitches that you give to this guy because he is seeing that ball in broad daylight right now.
The 0-1 gets away, and Bernick takes second on the wild pitch from Zach Williams.
And that pitch was a little too careful. I like the idea of going down and away, but that was a little low and outside.
Wheeland with a line drive to center. Bernick advances to third. Coach Krasselt waving him home. And Ryan Bernick scores on the line drive RBI single from Brock Wheeland. Have a day, Brock Wheeland. Holy cow.
I mean, what else can you really say about him? He's looking like the wonder kid right now. I mean, he's got a couple of RBIs here in this game in big-time situations, and he's just adding on more insurance to this Columbus Dons team that is just looking really great right now.
Carson Eckes steps in now. Called strike, foul ball, 0-2 to Eckes. Wheeland at first, nobody out. And multiple times today, Bernick and Wheeland hitting 8-9 have both reached base, gotten base hits, and given the Dons a real jump start to begin an inning. The 0-2 is popped up above the catcher. Caught there by, I believe that's Cole Retz for the first out of the inning. In now for the Dons is Mac Konechny. Ball 1 to Mac from Isaac Williams.
How about the day that Mac had out there on the mound in game 1? I mean, pretty close to perfect. The only thing that ruined his perfection was an error from the infield, but nonetheless, still an outstanding day. Had 6 strikeouts in those 4 innings.
1-1 to Konechny. Ball outside. Count goes to 2-1. You're correct. Mac threw 4 innings in game 1. Struck out 6. Bernick came on for a quick 5th inning as the Dons got out in 5, which in a 3-game tournament weekend, it's important not to have to burn too many guys on the mound.
Look out on the field.
Ooh, ball from the first base side field just flew over the fence. Luckily hit nobody.
You know the saying, raining cats and dogs? Well, it's not going to be raining cats and dogs. It's raining baseballs here today.
Konechny stands in, 2 for 4 today. Ball high, the count goes to 3-1.
Looked like a really good pitch there from Isaac Williams. He just didn't get the call.
That's one where if you're not ahead in the count as the hitter, you're probably taking a swing. 3-1 now to Mac. That ball is hit high into shallow left center field. The center fielder coming on and makes a nice running catch to retire Konechny for the second out. That is Andrew Tan out in center field, showing great hustle to track that down. And Wheeland stays at first, now with 2 outs, and the pitcher, Carter Summer, coming to the plate.
Konechny hit that one a mile high, and that is such a tough read there for Tan, especially with the overcast sky. It's super easy to lose a baseball in this type of sky.
It is. That was a nice play from the center fielder, Andrew Tan. Carter Summer up now. A called strike to begin the at-bat, and the 0-1 is fouled off back behind us. 0-2 to Carter Summer.
That ball actually, it looked like it landed in somebody's cooler. Talk about a hole-in-one, even though this is baseball.
The Dons, trying to go 2-0 on the day, will face Montello tomorrow at 9 a.m. here in Boston. Ball 2 to Summer, the count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brock Wheeland stands at first base. Summer 0 for 2 in this game. Wheeland takes off and steals second. The throw gets past the second baseman into center field, but Andrew Tan with a great job backing up the throw to keep Wheeland at second. And now it appears
It was a strike,
called strike, and that was all for nothing.
I was just as fooled as you. I thought it was a ball outside, and the throw was way off the mark, but fortunate news for Reds. It was a strike.
So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Columbus Dons 5, Boyceville 2. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching Columbus Dons baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta.
Welcome back to Woodside Sports Complex in Boston. Columbus Dons and Boyceville. Today's broadcast brought to you by Smith Brothers Meats. Get fresh meats and cheeses every day and let them cater your next event. Smith Brothers Meats in Colby, open Monday through Friday, 8 till 6, and Saturdays, 8 until 4. We are also sponsored by Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust. And Fleet Farm. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks, Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. Leading off for Boyceville, number 1, the right fielder, Bradley Mays. A called strike to begin the inning from Carter Summer.
It's the 8-9-1 hitters to go here in the bottom half of the 7th, last chance here for Boyceville.
Swing and a miss on the off speed from Summer. 0-2 now to Bradley Mays. Called strike 3 outside corner, and Summer strikes out Mays to begin the 7th inning. Columbus now 2 outs away from a win against a very solid Boyceville program. In steps the DH, Lexton Bennett. The first pitch from Summer fouled off over the first base dugout. 0-1 to Bennett. Summer is at 48 pitches now. He's gone 3 1/3. Began the 4th inning after 3 very strong innings from sophomore Ryan Bernick. The 0-1 fouled off by Bennett. 0-2 now.
If Carter Summer can end this day getting these last 2 outs here before hitting pitch 60, I'm sure he'd be pretty proud of himself and feel good going into tomorrow.
The 0-2 chop to second, fielded by Rocco Maher over to Timler at first, and there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rocco Maher, the freshman, showing a really solid glove in the infield today. 2 down, nobody on. The Dons 1 out away, and in steps leadoff hitter Carson Rumheld. 2 for 3 today. The fastball called strike 1.
He's starting to find command with that fastball, and with how great he's been with the curve, this guy's getting scary, guys.
The 0-1 fastball high, 1-1 to Carson Rumheld. Ball high and outside, 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. The Dons 1 out away. Curveball, swing and a miss. 2-2 now to the Boyceville leadoff hitter. I'm impressed with Carson. He's a solid-looking baseball player. Looked good on the mound, looked good in the field. 2 for 3 at the plate. The 2-2 fouled off. Inside corner. And Carson fought it off to keep his team alive.
He just needs one more strike, and the last strike is the hardest to get.
2-2 to Carson Remheld. Summer shakes off the sign from Becker. The pitch. Ball low, the count now full. Carter Summer, 3-2. The pitch. Swung and fouled off down the first base line. Fans diving out of the way. Everybody appears uninjured.
That guy just took a ball to the back, and he wasn't even fazed by it.
No. That's a hard 90 from that fan. Curveball low, ball 4. And Carson Remheld leads off the 7th inning with a walk. Boyceville still alive. The 2-hitter, Landon Leslie, steps in. Leslie 0 for 3 in this game. Popped out to shortstop in the first inning, grounded out, and then struck out looking his last time up. Summer throws over to Timler at first, runner back in time.
And if you're Carter Summer in this situation, this is the guy you want to get out. You do not want to let this guy reach base because you got trouble up in the on-deck circle.
Ball in the dirt, ball 1, 1-0 to Landon Leslie. On deck is Zach Hellendron, who last time up hit a ball to the wall and on a warmer day may have cleared the fence. Summer throws over to first again, Remheld back.
If I were Summer, I wouldn't even worry about the base runner. Right now, it's all about getting the batter out here.
Ball 2, 2-0 now to Landon Leslie. A sophomore battery for the Dons. Carter Summer on the mound, Ray Becker behind the plate, trying to find a way to get one out, to get a win. Columbus dugout now questioning the count. I believe the scoreboard may be wrong. I have 2-0. The scoreboard says 3-0. I'm not sure what they've decided.
2-0 is correct. So, Joe, you got the correct math going for you.
The 2-0 is a called strike, 2-1 now to Leslie. Scoreboard still says 3-1. Those of you counting at home,
that is only
they do call that ball 4, and Leslie gets a walk. It may or may not have been 3 pitches.
That was only the 4th pitch of the at-bat. I think the mistake that was made was that he threw it over to first, which might have made them think there's a pitch that was done there.
And in steps Zach Hellendron, the big righty. Called, strike 1. Summer with an 0-1 lead in the count.
And Joe, this is the at-bat of the day right here. This is how the game ends here. We'll see what happens.
The 0-1 swung on and missed. 0-2 to Zach Hellendrung. Hellendrung 2 for 3 today. The one time he got out, hit a high fly ball. And Carter Summer on an 0-2 count hits Hellendrung to load the bases.
That's tough. I don't know what to do now if you're Carter Summer here. I mean, you only had a base runner on with 2 outs, and all of a sudden the bases are now loaded, and all it takes is one swing of the bat, and this game is over.
called strike one to Nate Jensen. Jensen 1 for 3 today. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Dons lead 5-2. The 0-1 outside corner called strike. And once again, Carter Summer is 1 strike away from ending this ball game. The 0-2 to Jensen, a swing and a miss, and Carter Summer, after retiring 2 and loading the bases, strikes out Nate Jensen to end this game.
The kid just wanted to make things interesting.
Columbus 5, Boyceville 2, in what I feel was one of the more entertaining early season games I've seen.
Most definitely an entertaining game. I mean, this was a hard-fought battle between both of these schools, and it was a back and forth ever since the first inning. I mean, Boyceville got on the board first, and then go to the third, they went back and forth, and Columbus, they were just starting to tack on runs. But how about the day for Brock Wieland? Incredible.
Brock Wieland made a name for himself today.
Absolutely.
Columbus with 5 runs on 10 hits. Boyceville with 2 runs on 5 hits. Columbus finishes the day 2-0. They take on Montello tomorrow at 9 a.m., trying to make this a 3-0 trip over to Mauston. Coming up next will be the Nasonville Dairy Postgame show, where we will talk to Coach Krasselt and perhaps a player or two to get their thoughts on a 2-0 day here in Mauston. Thank you for joining us. Please stay with us for the postgame show, sponsored by Nasonville Dairy, coming up after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome to the Masonville Dairy Postgame Show. I'm here with Coach Jared Krasselt, whose Columbus Dons went 2-0 today. A great day for the Dons with a young team. Coach, tell me what you thought.
Yeah, you could tell a very young team had left a lot of runs out there. Obviously some base running mistakes, but this is a perfect time to learn them and to make an adjustment from that. Left a lot of runs out there. A couple bases loaded against Boyceville here, a very good team. And then earlier with Flambeau, we took care of business, got a lot of guys in, which was really cool. So I'm happy about that. Got a lot of guys first hits, first RBIs, first stolen bases. So that's pretty neat when your second game in the season you can get that going. So.
You've been doing this a long time now. You've taken teams to state. Have you ever had a freshman announce his arrival like this young man next to me did today?
I don't think so. I really don't. He did an awesome job. He's been working hard, and we knew he had a good bat. Just a little shaky in the outfield, and obviously a big base running mistake that cost us a run. But I mean, him coming up with no thoughts, nothing, just up there putting good swings on balls this early in the season as a young man too is awesome to see.
And what do you do with so many freshmen and sophomores who maybe are getting their first experience? Guys like Nolan Frayne, Roe Wheeler running the bases. Your sophomore class looks really strong, but how do you get these guys to kind of be veterans this early in the season?
And that's kind of my thought process is get them out there as early as I can, get them as much experience as I can. We do have a JV schedule set up, but I also want to get them varsity experience to see better arms, better defenses to where we can make adjustments like that. So it's cool on my end to be able to get those guys in early and to get them that experience.
Great job today, Coach. Good luck tomorrow against Montello. Brock, first career at bat, a line drive double down the left field line. Multiple hits in the second game. I think you were 3 for 4 today. Tell me what's going through your mind that first at bat.
You said the first at bat?
The first at bat, your double. Tell me about your first career at bat.
Holy crap, I just hit the ball.
The second at bat, are you starting to feel more comfortable now? Having 1 or 2 under your belt, but 3 times in that second game you hit the ball hard.
I'm pretty nervous, but I'm excited. Hopefully I can make contact, good at contact with the ball.
Mac, one of 4 upperclassmen on this team. Tell me, get them up to speed?
Yeah, they're great. We just got to be good leaders and get them up to speed, and yeah.
First game you went 4 innings. Ray Becker behind the plate, a sophomore. It looked like you two worked really well together. Would you agree? Mike just broke?
Yeah, he's developed well. He started last year, and he's developed well, and he's a good piece to have.
Both of you, I'm going to put you in the house. Thanks for being with me. Do you know how to do this?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't know. And we're ready? I'm Matt Konechny. I'm Brock Whelan. And we're in the house.
Thank you. I just want to thank Brendan again for allowing me to join him today. For Jason Zaleski for giving me the opportunity. The Columbus Dons go 2-0 today with a 12-2 win in Game 1 and a 5-3 win in Game 2. They will be back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. against Montello. Please join us on Zaleski Sports.